Okay, round two. I got a little bit of cleanup to do real quick. Let's just shift this thing over. I think that looks okay. Got a couple of spots that I want to sort out real quick, and then we should be good to go. Start pressuring this thing. Try not to make giant platforms right now, and then just because I just have to take little nippy nips off. Come on. That ain't gonna let go. Alright, well, we'll clean that up with pressure, that one. I'm still real worried about this concrete spot in here. I don't know what the hell that's gonna do or not do. Probably screw everything up. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna, as the kids say these days, send it. And turn my edge this towards the face that I'm gonna flake first a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go for it, I think. No point in screwing around. Oh, wait. I'm just trying to take these tiny little, short little flakes just to turn my edge ever so slightly towards the face that I'm gonna pressure first. I'm going to try and do this in such a way where I can have the opposing side clean for when I do my second round of flaking. This is going to be a super short Sloan if it turns into a Sloan. I mean, even if it looks crap, I can call it what I want, right? Because my tip's not very sharp, I'm going to have to try and, as I'm coming around the tip, run my flakes towards the center. That's what I should have looked up where that Sloan came from. The one that's on the website, the Lithic Casting Lab website that I was talking about earlier. There we go. That should be plenty enough. There's a few low spots where I'm gonna have to try and stop my flakes from running in too deep, but we'll see. We'll figure that out when I get to it. I should have probably just set this edges up before I started recording, but that's alright. There's definitely a few little icky spots that might cause me some dramas. So this first face, I kind of chased it to this side, and I'm going to chase it back again just to clean up little low spot or low area that I had. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the previous videos that I am absolutely not going to care about symmetry whatsoever. I mean, if I can get it nice and symmetric, that'd be fantastic, but I'm more worried about getting these flakes to run and look the part. And this thing is wide. This thing is pretty wide. So I need my flakes to go at least past halfway. At least. So I'm going to try and set up my edges real well. My platforms. Really make sure those flakes can run. And I really hope I don't mess this up completely. But even if I do, I need to do this. I need to practice. Like, if I don't practice doing this stuff, I'll never get it right. So I'd rather fail 50 times and each time learn something and try not to make the same mistakes, because it's okay to fail. It's just not okay to keep failing the same way. So if you're going to fail, at least fail different. If that makes any sense. And then at some point in time, I will have failed enough to where I stop failing and I make a successful Sloan. And then in the meantime, I will have learned a crap load from failing. It comes from seeing your failures as successes and not failures. Like, you fail and you go, oh, I'm never going to do that again. You're never going to achieve anything. You have to keep failing upwards. I heard someone say that once. I can't remember who it was. Or fail forward. Actually, I think it might have been Dwayne Johnson that said that. You're going to fail forward. Because at least if you fail forward, you're not taking a step back. I think that tip might be a little bit on the choppy side, but it's okay, we'll see how it goes. Where's my Anvilstone? I want to get this one. Alright, so I'm going to take my first flake across here. I'm going to try and keep my angle consistent all the way up, which for me is not the simplest of things. So I've got my Ishi stick way up here in my armpit basically, and I'm going to hold this the same way the whole time, and then as I'm pushing I should get a consistent flaking pattern. Hopefully I don't fail too bad, so I can at least upload this, because I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay. That one went only a little bit, but I'll set up another one and get in there. Need to start getting in a kind of a rhythm. And hopefully okay, that one went just on halfway. Well, a little bit over halfway actually. Okay. Come on. Ah, leather was in the way. That's alright. So, I already feel like I'm not going to make a success out of this. I need to get that. That's a nice flake. That was a good flake. All the way in there. That's a wide flake. That's thumb width flake. But my first few flakes were way too close, so I'm going to have to space them out quite considerably. It's alright. Lesson learned. And on the opposing side, I will space them out from the start a bit more. I kind of build my pressure and then last minute I just give it a little bit extra. What? But by the way, everything I know about this, all of what I'm saying now about spacing out, because I can tell my flakes aren't well spaced, and the pressure build-up, all that knowledge and information is on Flint Knapping Tips videos where he makes a Sloan. So it's probably worthwhile for you guys to go watch his videos on it, because it's way better, way more detailed, he's way more knowledgeable about this whole process. So I'm just copying everything he's told me in the past and from his videos, because give credit where credit is due. That was a nice flake. You can't really tell either on this rock, but I don't know. I guess you can somewhat tell. It's hard to see, but yeah, that was a good flake. That went all the way to there. It's cleaning up fairly nice. And also a little bit of extra information, again from Marty's videos, is this first set is not as important as the last two. Well, yeah. So the first two sets are not as important to get right as the last two sets, because the last two sets are the heavy ones that's got that hollow ground effect to them. So you want those ones to be absolutely spot on, but I mean obviously you want these ones to look nice as well. Check this out. That one even came off clean. That was a freaking nice flake. And it's not going to show up at all on the camera, I don't think, but if it'll focus you son bitch. Is it focused? I think so. But you can see how the flakes have started tearing in there, one into the next, like on the Z Flake Dalton, where you get that sort of that tearing where the actual Z flake pattern comes from. This is actually a really good piece of rock. That's gonna be too close. Space that up just a tiny little bit more. Get a nice grip on there. Fuck. That one went in super shallow. Fucking bastard. Okay, let's see if I can. I've got a little bit of a thick spot here. Okay. That's a bit better. This piece of rock is hard as frick. So I'm really having to push with a lot of power. Like, you gotta have to push with your butthole. Like, you clench that up, and then you can force blood to your brain and your muscles. No, I'm just kidding. But it is pretty hefty piece of rock, this. Yes. Okay. Need to fix that platform up a little bit. Gotcha. It's not looking too bad so far. That one little shallow flake that I took there, that kind of messed me up a bit. But yeah, I mean, c'est la vie. Okay. Now hopefully it's not gonna hit my leather. See, this one is kind of because I've got a low spot through there, so I'm gonna have to try and, I guess, run it short a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how it looks if I. Yeah, that came out all right. This antler is doing super freaking well. Oh, that sucked. It's alright. It's alright. Keep going. I didn't space that one out enough, so my pattern's not perfect. As long as I can get the opposite side to cooperate, it should be fine. I always struggle with the very tip because I normally use my thumb as a backstop to push the point against, but now it wants to do this in my hand. Alright, I'm gonna have to skip one and come back. Now I sincerely hope I can run this flake in underneath that one, not fudge it up again. Gotcha. Okay. So this is going to mess up my pattern big time, but as long as I can clear this crud I just created off, I'm not too worried about that right now. And now because I'm on this rounded edge of the tip, I'm having to have to shoot them in a different direction, which probably is not helping my... Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna have a teeny tiny little bugger up right there, but that cleaned up fairly good, so I'll finish up on this tip real quick. And then do the other side. And the thing is, this pressure flaking thins down these points so freaking quick. Alright, so I don't know if a couple of them ran a little bit short over here, but hopefully if I remember and I concentrate, I can shoot flakes all the way across and clean that up. But the rest of them up here came off fairly nice. All of them went to about halfway or just on. I don't know if anybody can tell. I've got an okay pattern It's not great, it's okay. It's acceptable. If I was in school, I would get a C or a C minus. But anyway, alright. Now we're coming to this concrete side. Hopefully I can shoot them. But you're gonna have to space your flakes. So if I can get my flakes to go on either side of that piece of concrete, I might be able to avoid that concrete altogether and not have a problem. My antler is still doing super. And I don't think I'm going to have to turn my edge all that much towards the other side to do my second round of, or my third round of flaking. Yeah, see this concrete, I really need to get my flakes on either side of it. Okay. Alright. It's looking okay, I guess. Okay, wish me luck. Get this leather pad out the way. I really need this side to go well. Got it. Man, that flake went 3/4 of the way. Nice. It's a good start. But it didn't go very wide, so I'm gonna have to try and space that out as much as I can. That was lucky. That was lucky. I don't even know how that happened. So my flake let go before I had built up enough pressure to drive it. And then for some reason, as it let go, I pushed more because I was in that process of doing that. And that flake just drove all the way to the back support. Didn't take my other side off, but it still went that far, even though I had messed it up. And you can actually, well, I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but there you can see the undulations in the first part of the flake and then drove the rest of it, which is mind-bending. So that was amazing. You probably could even hear on the camera, it's like a click click when that one let go. Fuck off, spider. Nice. Nice. Man, I damn near took my second and third flake out with that last one. Completely obliterated them. Let me space this shit out even more. That was a nice one. That was a good flake. Now I'm taking quite a bit of my edge off now as well. How many minutes? 31. Alright, hang on, I'm going to pause this real quick and start over.